runway 200, climb 10,000, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 2806. Right left, 540, American 348.
Hello everyone, it's Walt and you're watching Runway DFW. We have an interesting situation right now, so I wanted to get on as early as I could. Right now I only have one camera active. It's our new camera, by the way, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But there you see the King of the Skies, the British Airways Airbus A380, getting ready to take off back to London. And in line here, we've got an Atlas Air 747. We've got this UPS plane here, and we've got one of 4 UPS MD-11s on the move right now. I can swing over here. So there's just a lot happening right now. And so if you can put up with one camera for a little bit, we will hook up the rest of them in a few minutes.
200, roger. 20 left, line up and wait, American 1322. Butcher, good day.
So that plane, that MD-11 you see turning there, is off to Louisville. And let's see what we got here. We should be close to the takeoff of the MD-11, of the A380. Beve says lots going on. Thank you, Walt. My pleasure. Thank you, Beve, for being one of our great moderators. There was actually a very small rainbow in the sky to the south of us as we first got set up here. Let me see if I can plug in camera number 2 while we're waiting for this.
Good day, American 348.
My dad loves watching your broadcast.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm still hooking this one up.
Right turn 200, 10,000, clip pick up 18 left, American 48. Line up and wait, 18 left. This is Fox, I'll turn 18 left, clip to 598. Mark 1320, took it in.
All right, there's our camera 2. Well, what do you know? There's a 747. No, that's not. What is that?
Cross 18 right, hold short 18 left, UPS 751 head.
I couldn't make. Oh, that's Lufthansa. That's Lufthansa cargo coming in. Things are a little topsy-turvy here right now. So we're about to see the A380 go out. So there you have a king and queen lighting up our screen.
Good day.
Right, heading 200, climb altitude 10,000, clear takeoff, 18 dash 90.
So off goes the king of the skies.
Departure 90. Bye-bye.
And now we're hanging out for the queen of the skies. And you are looking right there, not only at the Queen of the Skies, but at our brand new camera. A camera which was gifted to Runway DFW from the sponsor of this channel, who wishes to remain anonymous. And so we thank our sponsor for this camera. Well, thank you. It's a Sony Alpha 7R5. State-of-the-art stuff. Now, there are a lot of planes lined up to take off alongside this one. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's more than a dozen, it looks to be, which was another reason I wanted to get us on the air. Jesse Kavana SOB is our newest subscriber. Thank you. That one looks a little fuzzy because I've got it zoomed in artificially there, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit. But that's the oh, that's not the MD. So there's an MD in the background and A300 in the foreground. And then we have this Atlas Air. It is going to Honolulu. It's a 747-400 variety. And it's got a QF in the flight number, so I'm suspecting they're operating this on behalf of Qantas. A lot. That is a 20-year-old aircraft you're looking at there.
Heading 200, climate change 10,000, clear for takeoff, envoy 3954.
So you may have heard there that the Envoy American Eagle E-Jet just lifted off there. Runway DFW member Steve Lundaby says, hello all, best show to us, just best start to a show ever. Well, I'm not complaining.
Morning left, I'm away to Alaska 535.
Departure today, envoy 3954.
RNAS to B Park, 18 left, clear to go Alaska 575.
18 left, landing for weight, 17550 AM.
Luis Castillo is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Luis. And you are here just a little bit early. I'm trying to make some adjustments as we wait for the Queen to go up and away. And now it is on the move. So I need to be on the move here, don't I? So once again, this aircraft is off to Honolulu. So we say aloha.
RNAV Park, 1 left over takeoff, 165.
Hello, Bill Caldum, over there in Arkansas. Welcome on in. All right, I think we got things going here. So we had a King take off. Here comes a Queen.
Hey, Whiskey Fox across 18 right, hold short 18 left, EPS 755 heavy.
Cross 18 left, Zulu to the right, Zulu to Hotel Yankee Bridge. Yes, sir. Roger, good night, 175.
And off it goes to the islands. Now, let's see if we can pick up on this MD, which I think is, it appears to be going over to the east side for takeoff, which is not unusual. So it's crossing over runway 18 left, which is the takeoff runway over here. Appears to be headed over the bridge for an east side departure.
One left, first kickoff, RNC Park, Echo Alpha, hold for 1 left, 676.
So there it goes. Let's see what that A300 is doing here. Well, it's lined up with a lot of passenger planes, which I would guess would probably take precedence.
Line up at weight and Boeing 3977.
Let me get my bracket for my phone attached to the tripod here. I was about, I don't know, 80% set up when this scene started playing out.
Affirmative. Roger.
And there you see one of, looks like 2 remaining MDs over there. Is there another one that escaped? I thought there were 4 when I came in. That's how crazy it's been. Douglas Serrano says, just saw the A380 fly over my house. And Farid Abed, a member of the channel, says, Runway DFW, hello, Walter. And hello to you, Farid. Always good to have you on board. So it's nighttime. We expect a lot of cargo on this Thursday evening. Cathay Spotter says, good evening, Runway DFW. Walt, how are you? Just a little crazy, just a bit. But in a good way. Because everything seems to be working. I should tell you that it is 9 o'clock here.
Full short 1 left, 905.
And you're watching Runway DFW. After dark.
We're going to need just a minute, Not sure.
We'll do our official open in a little bit as I try to set things up here. So again, there's just a big footprint of planes getting ready to go out over there. And I can't tell if the A300, which is going to RFD Airport in the Chicago area, in Rockford, looks like it's making the turn. So some packages to be delivered.
RNFV Park 1 left, clear for takeoff, 755.
Flight 755. An 18-year-old aircraft, now on its way to Chicagoland.
Over to departure, now it's 30.
close.
Right, let me see right now if there's anything super special that I need to pay attention to.
Airport GPS 755, having a good day.
And that not being the case,
Good job tonight.
what I'm going to do is park the camera over here on the flight line so you can at least get to see something about something of what's going on.
120.
That is United Flight
Okay, Hornet 50 Park, clear for takeoff.
2005. It's going to San Francisco on that A319.
Line 4818 left, American 1252.
But I'm going to lock the camera down here, get everything else set up, provide you with a musical interlude, so I hope you can bear with us. And then we'll do our open. So yes, we've got some snappy music to play for you in the patented Runway DFW fashion. And so stay with us. Let me get everything else set up and I'll be back in just a few minutes here on Runway DFW.
Make a 30 across the runway coming in.
Going to Portugal today. Right, 2103, clear to land on my 1A right there, 1FD Park, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 1252. 18 left, American
Echo Alpha, short line left.
Departure, good day, American 1252.
What about a F-turn or...
Echo, we're parking over on this side, that's west side, range 2103. Golf 8, hold short, 1 left, range 2103.
RFV Park, 1 left there, take off American 303.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that musical interlude. Now, I think, let's see if I got everything right here. We can start our broadcast.
With a camera.
Yes, once again, it is what we like to call Runway DFW After Dark. My name is Walt. We'll be here with you for almost the next 3 hours, less than 3 hours if things go right, bringing you all the action from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport after dark. So stick around with us for that as we prepare to bring you another departure of note, this one a MD-11. So there it is. On this Thursday, the 8th of June, 2023. So we get a little better, closer in look at that. So yes, I would agree with you that this has not been our most cohesive initial, how long have we been on the air now? 30 minutes. Yeah, it's been a little hectic, but again, it's nice. And again, you're looking at our brand new camera there, which is super cool.
Stop 20 right, taxi Echo would go to 1 left, avoid 9863. Runway 9863 for Echo Whiskey Golf 1 left. Echo Whiskey Golf 9863.
Caroline Langham is the newest member of Runway DFW. Thank you, Caroline.
Departure American 511.
Still kind of messing around with controls here. We're going to break away from this aircraft for just a second after we see it making a turn there, because we are going to check out a 777 coming in from Cancun. It'll be American Flight 681. So we'll swing the camera around for that. And here it comes on Runway DFW. Our good friend Kevin from Airline Videos Live is here, and a member of our channel. Thank you for stopping by, Kevin. Kevin was up on the high atop the H Hotel in Los Angeles today to bring you all the action from LAX. And what does he do to relax? He turns on the TV and watches more airline streams. Kevin, of course, has his big 24-hour show coming up soon. A week or two, I think. Did we even say where this plane was going, this here MD-11? Well, I will try to illuminate you about that in just a second here. Let's see here. That's going to, big surprise, it's going to Louisville. Now, the last plane we saw go out, I think, was also going to Louisville. Trying to find the best settings for this camera here. So the tower you see there on the left is the central tower of DFW Airport. As you watch American Flight 2438 bisect the screen there, it's going to San Antonio, Texas. Oh, and we have a super chat from Kevin, who says, "Howdy, Walt." Well, thank you, Kevin. That's so nice. We are, of course, indebted to Kevin for not only that super chat, but also for the use of his Jackery battery power supply, which keeps things going here. We were using a more crude method of powering up our gear before Kevin came to the rescue and let us use his batteries. And they're waiting for you, Kevin, for the next time you come out to DFW Airport. So don't be a stranger. We have a new member named Caroline Langham. Glad to have you here. Trying to go back in our messages. I know things have been kind of topsy-turvy. So I haven't been able to get to everybody. Greg G., who was with us in person last week, at this same time, I think it was, says, "Wish I could be there." He came in from Santa Fe, New Mexico, and was here with Lori M. for the whole duration of the broadcast. So regrettably, it looks like this plane is going to go over to the east side for its departure. But there's still quite a backup here on runway 18 left of all sorts of aircraft that are queued up, ready to go. Looks like flight 3910, American Eagle to Corpus Christi, will be first out of the gate. Joe Esposito checking in. He says, "Good evening, sir. Guy with the orange Jeep here that said hello to you the other day at Founders Plaza with the dog." Yeah, I remember you. We chatted a little bit as I was packing up from our morning broadcast on Tuesday. So good to see you here.
RNFC Park 18 left, clear for takeoff for your flight 537, 27.
And there is it Sierra or Jira Padilla, our newest subscriber. I think I see a plane on the move. It is Frontier. Frontier, which has done kind of an expansion here at DFW Airport, so we're seeing more Frontier flights. And I didn't catch where this one was going. I didn't catch what the tail was on that one, so a little bit in the dark on that one. It was going to Denver, an Airbus A321. We're coming to you from Founders Plaza here at DFW Airport, and you can see in the background all that stuff lit up. We've got our little setup here, and then back there is the UPS cargo facility. We switch over to that. It's a little glowing, isn't it? Dial that down a bit. So there on the right is a another MD. Do we have two there? Oh yeah, two MDs. Okay, so we probably will see at least another one before we pack things up tonight. The MD which we just saw crossing over the bridge is still waiting for its place to take off over on the east side. There's another E-Jet.
Runway 18 left, line up for weight, envoy 3430.
That was arriving from Tallahassee in Florida.
Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, envoy 3430. Line up for weight, 18 left.
Runway DFW member John M. says it annoys the heck out of me that they make the UPS cross to the opposite side of the airport from their facility for takeoff. Well, it depends on, there are a lot of factors, as we've discussed before here, that go into that decision making. One of the factors is where it's going, you know, when it takes off, where it's headed. And if, generally speaking, if it's to an eastern destination, the general feeling is that it will go out on the east side, but that's not a hard and fast rule. And we'll be here on occasions when we see the flights that go to Louisville take off right in front of us here. The air traffic controllers explained to me when I had the privilege of visiting their towers on 2 occasions that you know, they're just trying to balance things out. And this being one of the busiest airports in the world, they've got a lot on their plate. So if it's looking a little slim over here, you know, some eastbound flights will take off from here. But there's no real hard and fast rule. When I was here on Tuesday morning, I had to pack up before the flights from the Middle East came in. Emirates and Qatar. And they will often come in on the east side. But on Tuesday morning, this again was after we signed off, they landed right in front of us here on the west side. There you see to the left of your screen, it's the east tower of DFW Airport. There are 2 operational control towers here. That's the east one. Right smack dab in the center of your screen is the Bank of America building in Dallas, that green outlined structure, tallest building in Dallas.
RFB Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, bearing 1647.
Right on.
Journey Crane says, my husband has really gotten me into watching planes. We enjoy your streams and coming to Founders Plaza to watch. Well, you know, there's really nothing like seeing and hearing the planes in person. But if you can't make it out, we're glad you could tune in to Runway DFW. There's a plane coming in from Omaha you'll see in the foreground here in just a second. No, sorry, from Chattanooga. As that plane takes off, which was going to Sacramento, California.
Great job.
Carson McGuffin reflecting a thought that a lot of us have about Kevin's streams at Airline Videos Live. Kevin, of course, a tremendous inspiration to me. Is that fireworks? Did you see that? There is fireworks there. Now, why are there fireworks on a Thursday night? That is weird, wild stuff. Am I in a time warp? It's not the 4th of July or anything, is it? Runway DFW member Rob Blackman says, good evening, Walt and DFW family. I think we're watching the, that must be the big finish. So planes and fireworks for you. And Epic Toast Man, who runs a channel here on YouTube from DFW, says, fireworks? That was my question, ETM. Your bestie duh says, my first thought was a concert. Well, I guess that could be. But Robert Rogers has the correct answer. They're celebrating Runway DFW. So this is totally unexpected. Yeah, I'm trying to tell. Obviously, it's off the airport property. It looks like it's between here and Dallas, so that would make it somewhere in Irving, I think. But I haven't been keeping up on all the to-dos in the metropolitan area to know what that might be. Bill Platt says, who is a member and a mod, says, greetings from the smoky Northeast. Whoa, yeah, you've seen the pictures about what's going on in the Northeast corridor. I guess it's kind of moved out of the New York area and down to the Washington-Baltimore area today, I think. But wow, nasty stuff. I know that Kevin was saying that he's going to be live on the 4th of July from up on the H Hotel with Airline Videos Live to survey the scene of 4th of July fireworks from that vantage point. These are going on for quite a while. I mean, usually the finale of a fireworks show is just, you know, it's like, I don't know, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Runway DFW member John M. says, those are expensive fireworks. Must be a professional fireworks company. I would guess that is the case in this, in what we are looking at. But yeah, I can't really tell how far that is away. And really, you know, when you look at it with the naked eye, there's probably people, well, no, you can kind of see it from here. Of course, we're zoomed in on it, so it looks a little more compressed. But yeah, it's kind of a cool shot. Franklin Bronzo just subscribed to Runway DFW, as you can see there. Yeah, I know. We'll get back to airplanes in a second. These fireworks can't last much longer, can they? I don't think. We should have a lot of cargo planes coming through betwixt now and midnight. DW says, good evening, lovely people. Evening, Walton Mods. Alan Kobolansky says, good evening from Brunswick, Georgia. And Greg G., who again was here last week at this time, says he was surprised at how crowded it was late into the evening here at Founders Plaza. Dave Tomlin says, where else do you get planes and fireworks but at DFW Live? 2 for 1, great deal.
All departure American 1237, we'll see you now.
Our moderator, A-List Flyer Chris, and also a member of the channel, says, those would look great when you're on approach into DFW or Dallas Love Field. I think they would look great on approach. I don't know. Would you be scared if you were flying and you saw bursts of what looked like, I don't know. I think I'd be a little put off if I saw that outside my window. Well, I was certainly wrong about now this may be the, I think this is the finale here. What do you think? Perfect thumbnail, says Aviation Emily, which has crossed my mind as well. Is that it? Is that all there is? Chris says he'd be absolutely not scared at all, LOL. Well, I think that's it. I think we can go back to planes now.
Quarter park phone, American Center,
And so the first plane coming in is going to be Cruise the Island Fox on the tail of Frontier Flight 506 coming in from Denver, an Airbus A320neo. Let us see how much of that we can bring you. Turn the camera around. Joe Esposito says, I orbited above a fireworks show in a Piper Cherokee. It was fantastic. That seems like it would be a little scary as well.
Park clear for takeoff, 1 left, American flight. Alpha, hold to the wing left, flight 506. Close that one to your right, American. Departure, good night.
There are those two MD-11s. The one on the right appears to have its cargo door open. The one on the left, not so much. We have American Flight 2833 just about to touch down from Los Angeles. Be an Airbus A321. Here on Runway DFW on this Thursday night after dark. So if somebody gets the definitive, I mean, maybe somebody has already put it in the chat and I missed it, but if somebody gets the definitive word as to what those fireworks were here in the Dallas area, I'd be interested to know. Here's that flight from LA. And there are still probably a dozen planes lined up to take off here on the east side of on the west side of the airport. I see American Flight 80, a 777 to London Heathrow, believe that is the shadowy figure of it right there.
48 left, line up, wait, number 395.
Now, very often this will go over to the east side for takeoff. There's another, there's a Dreamliner over there. It's going to Buenos Aires. And I believe we'll be able to see that.
RNB Bird, 18 left, clear takeoff.
I believe 18 left, American 106.
So I believe that to be Flight 997, American Airlines Dreamliner 7878, going to Buenos Aires. Headed south of the equator.
I believe clear takeoff 18 left, American 1406.
Departure seat 3895.
One left line, wait, American 2737.
Channel member Barbara P. Sterling says, just to mention again, hello Walt and crew. So I'm sorry if I missed your first shout out, but thank you. And look at this. Our friend and moderator Bill Platt has gifted 5 Tri-Jet memberships, 5 valuable Tri-Jet memberships here to the channel. And here come the recipients. DW. And Cathay Spotter. As Douglas Serrano confirms that American Flight 80 went for is a west side departure. West side, oh, okay. So we'll see Heathrow go out over here. They fly to Heathrow. So good. See a couple of heavies. And we've also got Iberia flight 6148, which is going to Madrid. It is an A330. As you see all the new members. Now, Iberia could also go to the east side, as it sometimes does, but we'll see.
REI 1235, visual 18 right. Turn land 18 right, 1235.
We have another super chat coming in. This from S35 Bonanza Pilot, who also favored us on a broadcast recently. Beautiful evening in DFW. Fireworks are a bonus. Just afternoon here in Alice Springs, Northwest Territories, Australia. Getting ready to bring a 737-8 MAX back to Seattle. Put that back up again. From storage, and saw you were streaming live. Only 23 hours to get home. Well, that sounds like an adventure. And Airline Videos, Kevin wants to know, with a $5 super chat, says, is that member sound Transformers? No. It is, if you remember, you have to be of a certain age. Maybe this is too far back for you, Kevin, but it's the notes that denote the Jetsons, the cartoon Space Family. Looky there, it's United.
Good day, American 3737.
Cleared for takeoff 18 left on ellular at American 369.
Line up for wing 18 left, 2409.
So you heard flight 2409 is headed out. That is an A321 going to Fresno, California. Channel member Karen Monson says, hi, got on in time to see the fireworks, but can't stay, have to go to work. Got a few likes in, enjoy the stream, everyone. Thank you, Karen, very much. That's the Fresno flight there you see on your screen, I do believe. Got an American flight coming in from Las Vegas, an Airbus A321, flight 1880. And there you see a tip from Michelle RS, a channel member, and I didn't get to see what she said. That came in, I believe, via PayPal. So I can't replay it, or can I? I can't right now. But thank you, Michelle RS, one of our oldest channel member, not old, I don't mean old that you're old, but I mean one of the first to favor us with any kind of financial benefits, and she's stuck with us. So thank you, Michelle RS. Also a moderator, I might add. That was a flight from Las Vegas we spoke of but moments ago. There you see the twin tri-jets. One on the right still with the cargo door open, the one on the left in a state which I just can't tell you about right now. I don't know. They're coming or going. So we're waiting for a couple of heavy jets to go out over here. One would be Flight 80 to Heathrow, American Airlines, and the other, where did that go? The Iberia flight to Madrid is now headed over the bridge.
American 997, heavy, good night.
There you see it there with a red tail. Got a lot of Jetsons talk going on in the chat right now. Ah, the Jetsons. Let's see, let me count the planes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, not quite a dozen planes waiting to take off here on the west side of the airport. That would be American Flight 1371 you just saw rolling out there. It's going to Des Moines in Iowa.
Left final speed, 4961.
Go to Clark, you can American 621.
I'm trying to get something wired up here. That was Delta Flight 1685 just coming in from Salt Lake City. Let's poke our nose over here for a second. See what's going on with that MD. And you can see various UPS workers scurrying about. You don't see any current activity at the cargo door. Let's check out the other MD. The one on the left. And it would appear as though that's more ready to go.
Departure American 2262, good night.
Bill Platt with a $5 super chat said, are people at the plaza starting to get used to your regular presence there yet? Well, you know, people come and go here, but there have been certainly occasions when, you know, I see people more often than others, and they'll come up and say hello, and it's always very nice. Like the guy who checked in earlier, who was here with his dog on Tuesday morning. We had a nice little chat. Vincent Vasquez says, how's your day, DFW? Well, my day's pretty good. We had a pretty good start to the broadcast, an early start. I do believe we have Flight 80 lined up now. This is the 777 that's going to London Heathrow. new member alert. Airline videos. And he said there was a message there, and I didn't see what it was.
RNFV Park 180 left clear for takeoff, American 80 hit.
We'll get to it in a minute here. Oh, Kevin wants to know if we have any goodie bags left. And he's referring to the Airline Videos live goodie bags, which he sent here in advance for the most recent appearance of him and Rudy here at DFW Airport. And the answer, Kevin, is yes, I do have goodie bags galore. I've given out some of them, but I do have quite a few left. So if you need me to send them to you, just shoot me an email, walt@runwaydfw.com, and I'd be happy to get them to you as soon as you need them, or wherever you need them. Andy Taylor is back being a member 1 month at a time, he says. Thank you, Andy.
1525.
Affirmative. Sounds good for American 80 Heavy.
It's United Flight 662. This is going to the mile-high city of Denver on an Airbus A319. I'm going to guess that plane might be a candidate for our singers.
See you later, American 80
Nope.
Heavy.
That only goes back as far as the year 2006.
Clear to land 18 right on 490 G6.
Takeoff 18 left RNFV Park United 662. Line up and wait 18 left American 2394. We're going down to Whiskey Kilo. Yeah, Kilo cross 18 right, Charlie, Marker Trail, 18 right. Clear for takeoff 18 left, being Park, American 2394.
What's the way left? I'm going to shoot. 20 left, land with American 83.
There is a Dreamliner and all of its. You can kind of see the windows lit up. It's appears to be headed back to the American Airlines hangar here on the west side. Cool guy says, hello, hello, great spot. I'm at the plaza and sitting on your left.
RNS, B Park, clear for takeoff, runway 18 left,
So
American.
you're over there somewhere. Oh, I'm waving. Okay, cool guy. Hello, cool guy.
Line up runway 18 left, American 595.
Bill Platt says, or asks, there is a haze in the air tonight at DFW. Is that humidity, fog? I think we've been under here in the metropolitan area for a few days now. We've been under some air quality alerts, not to the extent that the East Coast has, but enough for them to issue some warnings. So I think that might be what it is. I don't see any fog. I can see clearly. Well, do I see any stars though? I see some clouds in the sky. So I think we've dispensed with all the heavy jets for the time being, but again, in the next hour, in this hour, well, it's after 10 o'clock already. Well, you're watching Runway DFW After Dark, just after 10 o'clock. Pleasure to make your acquaintance if you're just joining us for the first time.
Okay, great. We'll roll out to Alpha. We are going to use. Thank you
Clear
for
for takeoff, 18 left, run out B Park, American 595.
Aviation Emily wants to know, are we going until midnight? Well, we are if everything continues to work. Till midnight Central Time, so a little less than 2 hours to go. And the reason we stop at midnight is A, I have to go to work in the morning, and B, the planes really taper off right after midnight. Picks up again in the middle of the night for UPS activity. But yeah, we wouldn't be missing too much. You don't miss too much if we go off at midnight. So that's our plan. And that was American Flight 595 to Madison, Wisconsin.
Good night, American 595.
We've got another inbound flight from Los Angeles. This will be American Flight 2012, an Airbus A321. About to enter our field division.
takeoff, 18 left, RNS to B Park, American 572.
Good evening, Wayne. Left flight avoid American 1159. Adios, American 1159. Thanks so much.
Douglas Serrano wants to know, does American Airlines have 2 or more daily flights to Paris from DFW now? I don't have the answer to that question, Douglas. I haven't seen a notification of that, but they sneak those things in. So I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I know American has about 4 flights to London.
18 left, clear for takeoff, American 159.
What? Did I see more? Did you see that?
Light up the way, 18
I saw
left,
another
3581.
firework going off behind that east tower there. How can that be?
Contact departure 577, continue. One left, V part clear for takeoff, envoy 3581.
Jaden Crane with a question. Walt, when is your next stream? I haven't finished this one yet. No, I don't know. It probably will be Saturday. That's most likely.
Adios, American 11.
When on Saturday, I don't know. It depends on the weather. Everything kind of depends on the weather here.
18 left, left forward, envoy 3730.
I am rather disinclined to attempt a stream in really bad weather. So we've been here when it's drizzled and kind of a little bit rainy and foggy and misty, but I got to be careful about that as far as all this expensive equipment goes. Honor Wimbry, who's a young man who is an aspiring pilot. We've met him a couple of times here. He's actually appeared on our broadcasts. And he wants to know if I can stay until 1 a.m. And I don't think I can.
Yeah, we're going to board, John Boy 3580.
The reasons are many. I think I outlined before. We don't... As far as I know, there's nothing much going on much after midnight, for one thing. For another thing, I've got to go get my grandson to his summer camp, his daily summer camp, and so I've got to be there to pick him up at 7 a.m. in the morning. And then I've got to go to work, so. Now, if there were some super special plane coming in during that time, I might consider staying, but...
Cross 18 left, cross 18 right, sorry, ramp, number 185, good night.
We're going to start to see our cargo flights coming in just about 2 minutes. We'll see UPS flight 1335. It's an Airbus A300. It's coming in from Orlando, Florida. Klaus with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Klaus. Loving the DFW night flights. Thank you. We are happy to bring that to you.
I'll stay with you, look 185.
So that is the, what you're looking at there is the UPS cargo facility just to the south of our location here. And there's going to be a lot going on there over the course of the next hour and 45 minutes. And as I said, that A300 from Orlando is just about to become visible to us here as we camp out here at our Founders Plaza location. Got some emergency equipment going by us right now. Yeah, there are lights flashing, but not, I don't hear any sirens. So we're waiting on the A300. We'll see that momentarily. At the same time, there's a 767 UPS now pulling out.
We're going into the Hasta luego, American 870. Line away, 18 left, American 70.
There's that 767. It's flight 793. It's going to Louisville.
Plus 18 right, straight in the ramp. UPS, give it away, American 131.
And it is a 10-year-old aircraft.
All right, Whiskey Kilo, Charlie, give way to traffic outbound 0 level, monograph, UPS 1335.
Runway DFW member Veronica Peters says, "Hello, Walt. I'm flying to Houston at the end of July. My first time visiting Texas.
18 left, American 747.
Well, I hope you like it here. It's been a while since I've been to Houston. There you see that A300 in the background there. Ian Thorne checking in from Birmingham in the UK. Thumbs up to you, Ian. It's very early in the morning there if I know my UK times. Well, I am going to say it's 4:16 a.m. Plane Spotting Productions says, "Do you recommend times to catch a go-around at DFW?" Well, I guess, statistically the most likely times would be when the airport is busiest, because that is likely when there will be somebody, the planes will get stacked up to the point where there might be one plane coming in a little too close to another plane and have to go around. We saw that happen on Tuesday morning. I'm going over here because I mentioned we saw those flashing lights earlier, and they seem to be over at Terminal B or D, I can't tell. No, Terminal D is over there. But my lens won't go in far enough to see exactly. Is that it there? Can't tell. Cathay Spotter, a member of the channel, says we've got a 747 coming in from Anchorage, ETA 1107. So we'll be on the lookout for that. We'll be here for that. Still no movement on either of those MDs, but the one on the right now appears to have its doors closed, so that's a positive development. answering that question from earlier. Shiv Mishra says, try 3 to 5 p.m. I got a Cargo Lux 747 going around the other day. A lot of heavies, 787s, A380, A350, etc. This again is the 767. Headed to Worldport in Louisville. Looks like it's pausing. So it's waiting to cross runway 18 right. Two runways here on the two north-south runways here on the west side of the airport. 18 left, where most of the takeoffs take place, and 18 right, where most of the landings come in. Here comes that A300 that landed from Orlando.
On top, drop 18 right, cross 18 left, get away to DFW.
The plane is being very stealthy. No headlights, no tail light. We know from A-list flyer Chris that UPS eschews the lit-up tail. Here goes the 767. It appears to be on a trajectory to go to the east side for takeoff to Louisville. I'm going to swap out a cable here, so hang on a second. Okay. Now, where were we? Oh, we were looking at that 767. Headed over the bridge. And there are our twin tri-jets ready to go. Hey, do I have this here? No. I was going to tell you about our merch, but apparently I didn't put the file here in our nighttime stream, so. What's the address? Streamlabs.com/runwaydfw/merch? Something like that. It's in our, if you want a t-shirt or a hat or something. Douglas Serrano says DFW looks nice at night. Does indeed. Here's a Spirit aircraft coming in from Los Angeles. Flight 1200, an Airbus A320 Neo. Oh, I didn't punch it up so you didn't see it. So that's the camera you would have seen it on. Lori M says, wish I could be out with you there tonight, Walt. I'll catch your next After Dark show, though. Thank you. Yeah, Lori was here last week. She was kind enough. She was sitting right over there with Greg from Santa Fe, and Lori was kind enough to bring some cold beverages.
On Whiskey Lima, we'll hold short at 185.
So thank you again for that. Barbara P. Sterling says, I'm impressed that when most people are setting in to evening TV and jammies, Walt is at the airport. Well, what are you going to want? I don't even know what's on TV anymore.
We'll cross 20 left on Whiskey Lima and ground 185.
And I work for a TV station.
Pressure connect.
Here comes American Flight 1757 from, where is it coming from? I'll have to get back to you on that. That was from McAllen, Texas. An hour and 15-minute flight, a 737 something or other, 800. I think we're about to see our first 757 of the night. And if last Thursday was any guide, we'll see a lot of them. Too many to count. So this will be number one. This will be flight 783 from San Antonio, Texas.
2707. West today, American 757. We'll throw away left there, Whiskey Lima, American 1757.
So let me see if I can punch this one up so you can actually see it. It's just crossing over Highway 114/121. We pan over a little bit that way, we'll pick it up a little earlier, and there it is.
Cross 18 left, hold short 18 right on.
Whiskey Lima, cross 20 left, 85, American 1757.
There's our first 20th century plane of the night.
1997.
At least the first one we've been able to identify for you. With the Runway DFW Jingle Singers.
American 2707 switching. Good night.
Now I see some flashing lights over to the south of us. That leftmost tri-jet, I believe, is getting ready to
short of Charlie, local 122, and we'll stay
to
with
move
you.
out.
Cross 18 right, Charlie to the ramp, Bravo,
I think I kind of barely see a tug in the front of it. There's some UPS personnel around there.
Charlie, the one at Zulu, give way to and the one at Yankee, give way there. After the UPS, Charlie's at ramp, right, local 122.
Barbara P. Sterling back and says, I go to my subscriptions and choose a channel and hope to see a live. DFW can come through with evenings to relax streams. Well, you know, you'll probably be seeing more of our evening broadcasts as the summer heats up because it's really brutal here in the summertime during the day. Now, we'll still do some daytime broadcasting, but I think for the most part it'll be early morning or evening hours for the most part because it's just hard to keep the equipment cool, for one thing. I mean, you know, forget about me, but keeping the equipment going is the challenge in our very hot summer weather here in Texas. And you know, I found that out last year. So this is lit up on the radar now. It's going to Louisville.
A blast from the past, 1992.
So that's how old that there plane is. 31 years as of this month. No, as of last month. I'm still kind of curious, looking over towards Terminal D here. There's something going on over there, but I can't tell if they're doing work on the runway or if it's just a lot of flashing lights. LA Girl, a member of the channel, says, hello everyone, hello to you. Allison N. just became a member, thank you Allison. Our great moderator and channel member Beve says, lots going on, thank you Walt. Somehow I got all the way back in my... So yes, blue lights going on. Blue light special, as they used to say at Kmart. I do believe that that big tri-jet is on the move. Something we like to see. With an engine intersection there. Terry M says, watching from Michigan, really enjoy your stream. Thanks, Walt. Appreciate the thumbs up there, Terry M. And Cafe Spotter reminds us just 35 minutes out for the 747 from Anchorage. Singapore Airlines Cargo 7952. And Shiv Mishra says got a bunch of 75s and 74s coming in, so we're here for it. If you were here for our Tuesday morning stream, we got to see two MDs head out at the same time, which was pretty cool to see. Got them both in the same shot taxiing, which, you know, it's just not something you see every day, even here. Klaus says no high bypass fan engines on this beauty. Here comes that 757 we saw land a bit ago from San Antonio, Texas. Now this one's not being stealthy at all, is it? It's got its headlights shining right at us. And Shiv says, imagine if TriStars were still flying. I know. Well, I can smell that jet fuel right now. Oh, it's extinguished its light. Yeah, I think it's going to have to pull right in, or else it won't have any. Oh, it's going to pull in. Going to head in right there. In that position, we often see 747s from UPS pull in right there. And it's about this time in the broadcast where I talk to the people of the future here on YouTube, who feel lucky that they can see something like this recorded because they can't see it anymore in the future. For real. And what's coming in behind there? A 757 from Tampa, another UPS plane. And I told you we're going to see a lot of 75s tonight. That's number 2. I'll try to keep track of them, but I kind of lose count after a while. This one may well be on a trajectory where we can see it blast off into the sky.
Top of the Yankee Bridge, cross 18 left, Whiskey Foxtrot, Hotel Yankee, PS 767.
Yankee cross 18 right, hold short 18 left, polar 102 heavy.
RNF B Park, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American, 1381.
18 left, Lobway, on board 3783.
Departure, American 2220 south.
Ward Nelson says, good show tonight. Hello from Iowa. Hello, Ward. Ward, that's a good classic TV sitcom name if I ever heard one.
RNAV to Laramie, 18 left, clear for takeoff on board 3783.
American 1381, switching, have a good night.
So it seems like it's entirely possible now that the MD is going to make a left turn and head over to the east side. I was hoping we'd get to see it take off over here.
Cross 18 left on Yankee, ground 65 over the Yankee Bridge, port 102, have a good one.
And there it goes over the bridge. Well, we've got one left. One tri-jet left, I mean. And there it is. Shiv Mishra, who's been looking at the flight radar, says American Flight 78 to London Heathrow, 777-300ER, and Qantas Flight 7 to Sydney, which is a Dreamliner, now pushing back. Now the Sydney flight we should see take off over here. This is the 757 we saw coming in from Tampa a bit ago. And We do point out here on the channel that while we do see flights from Delta and United here at DFW Airport, neither of those airlines flies their 75 or 767s on regular routes. We'll see them occasionally as sports charters, very rarely. So we get our fill of these classic aircraft from our pals here at UPS. And we need to salute that.
$19.98.
Dating back to August of 1988. Still flying around. I see also on the radar. I remember in all the chaos when we were starting up, we saw a Lufthansa 777 cargo coming in. It has now apparently turned around. And we may be seeing it shortly. I believe it's there poking from behind the fence. A little hard to see right now. This is Lufthansa cargo flight 8201. It's going back to Frankfurt. So you can kind of see its wings sticking out there from behind the fence and the tail from above the fence. There's an emergency vehicle, fire truck coming out before it. And we have a super chat from Deo Junior. Hands doing a high five super sticker. So thank you. I don't even know what currency that's in, but certainly appreciate your contribution. Now we're getting a little better look at what, again, is the Lufthansa Cargo 777. The countdown from Cafe Spotter, 25 minutes out for the Singapore 747 cargo.
RNAV depart. Skywest 3171. Chicago 8201, good evening in Yankee, crossing 18, right for you, code 18.
Now, because this plane is going to Frankfurt, it's possible it could go over to the east side for takeoff as well. Did come in on this side, though, if that means anything. Bug Eater Simpson is our newest subscriber to Runway DFW. Hey, we've got, well, we're looking at that. Let's shift around here. Because we got the big Roo headed our way. Qantas Flight 8, Dreamliner 787-9 is going to Sydney.
This is the cargo 8201 crossing 18 left, approach and holding short golf, ground 1185.
Platform wait, runway 18 left, envoy 3480.
For departure for SkyWest 3171, have a good one.
So good evening, Qantas 8 Heavy ready. Tower, Qantas 8 Heavy ready.
I believe Qantas Flight 8 ready, Heavy is ready. And when you've got that long of a flight, you are, I'm sure when you're sitting down in the cockpit, you are ready to go.
On up to 11, 18 left, give a takeoff on runway 3480.
Line up and wait, 18 left, Qantas 8 Heavy.
Channel member Mary Extraordinaire says, "Hey Walt, I was getting ready to rail fan and I came across your stream. Goody. I'm glad you came across it." And Cathay Spotter warning us about the 747. 16 minutes away.
Arnold Laren, clear for takeoff, 18 left, Qantas 8 Heavy.
Morning left line, Boeing American 844. 791, visual 1 right. Line 18 right.
So there it goes on that long trans-Pacific flight
8 Heavy, g'day.
down under. Safe travels to Qantas, says our good friend Renee Taylor. there's that lonesome MD-11. Let me check the radar here and see what's going on. We've got the looks like the Lufthansa flight going to Frankfurt is indeed
18 left, line up and wait on board 3823.
headed over the bridge. Lufthansa cargo. So another one we kind of miss out on, unfortunately. We have Qatar flight 732 to Doha 777, which is backing away from Terminal D, along with American flight 78, which is off to London Heathrow. What do we got here? Oh, by golly, it's another UPS cargo plane.
RNAV the Laren, 18 left, clear for takeoff on board 3823.
Line up and wait, 18 left, American 7059.
That was UPS flight 791 arriving from Laredo. Yet another 757 to add to our collection. So that's number 3. Is it?
Kilo chart of the ramp, we'll monitor ground.
Where did it go? There it is.
$19.96.
Another 20th century aircraft to add to our collection.
All right, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 1759. RNAV beeper, American 1759.
18 left, line up and wait on board 3569.
I'm just checking to see if our multicam works. I guess it does.
Traffic in sight on board 3823. Alright, visual separation, contact departure on board 3823.
All right, so we got a couple heavies getting ready to head this way for takeoff. Let's see, we've got another 757 coming in. Be here in a few minutes from Memphis, Tennessee. UPS flight 1383. Another 757 coming in from Minneapolis, St. Paul, UPS flight 561.
RNAV to Laren, 18 left, clear for
I
takeoff.
told you we weren't going to be able to
3569.
keep up with all these.
20 left, line up and wait.
Departure, American 759, good night.
If I've got this one tracked correctly, this is the 757 that came in from Laredo, Texas. Down
RNAV
there.
Laren, 18 left, clear for takeoff.
And our camera has just switched off. Oh, now it's switched back on. Not quite sure what happened there.
departure adios on Boeing 3569.
Brian Sheridan says, keep going, Walt, we love it.
RNF, we're going to pick up 18.
Well, I'm not leaving yet. William Elkin says, hello, Walt.
Affirmative for 1117. American 1117, visual over departure audio.
Well, time to once again remind you that you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. Walt here with you just after 11 o'clock Central Time. We'll be here with you for another hour. We expect to see in the next few minutes a 747 cargo plane. We expect to see many more 757s come in, and so hang out with us if you can. It is, at least for the next 57 minutes here, Thursday, June the 8th, 2023. Now that 757 we talked about coming in from Minneapolis, St. Paul is going to land on the east side of the airport here.
RNF B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 456.
But I do now see the Singapore Airlines Cargo 747 is now just about 4 minutes away. So we'll be tracking that for you.
Adios, American 21, anyway.
Kimmy127, a member of the channel, says, my favorite kind of Runway DFW, After Dark, with all the cool vibes. Oh yeah.
RNF landing, 18 left, clear for takeoff, Skywards 3103.
So let's just see if we can bring you this 757 coming in on the east side. I don't know how much we'll be able to catch it. Our lens at night is not as long as our lens in the daytime on our camcorder. We should be able to spot it, at least in the sky. This will be the aircraft that's coming in from Minneapolis, St. Paul. There it is. Well, didn't get to see too much of that, did we?
Going to departure, Skywest 713. Have a good night.
Here's the 75 we just saw come in, and its cargo door is already agape. But I don't see it disgorging any containers yet. And Beast Drake says, looks like the 747 is going east. It does indeed on my radar. So what we're going to do now is swing this big boy around. We're going to bring you as much of it as we can. It'll come over here eventually. I don't know how much of it we'll be able to see.
RNAV layer clear for takeoff. Runway 18 left, American 75.
I'm not even sure if this is it.
Right up runway 18 left, American 2734 degrees.
We have some obstacles in front of us, so. That is our full zoom, and I'm looking at a very small screen. Not exactly in focus there, is it?
RNAV V park, careful takeoff, 18 left, American 2734.
There it is.
Line up away, 18 left,
It's
American.
flying under the radar there.
American 785, great day.
So not our best view of the big bird. We should see. Well, if that plane wasn't in the way, if that American plane wasn't in the way, we'd be able to see the tail of the 747 go through the shot, but I think we're getting blocked there.
RNAV layer clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 2281.
But as a consolation prize, we do have American Flight 78, a 777, which I think that's it there, by the size of it. It is going to London.
Adios, American 2734.
Graphics Princess is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Graphics Princess. We also have Qatar Flight 732 to Doha. And it looks like it's lining up behind this plane here. That's also a 777. This one is a 777-300ER. The Doha-bound flight is a 777-LR. However, it does appear that the Qatar flight is off to the east side. Not unexpected, but disappointing nonetheless.
After that, line up for wait. Runway 18 left, American 25, 64.
I think we can at least get a glimpse of the Doha-bound aircraft with the oryx on its tail. Mark wants to know, was OZ Gaming there tonight? OZ Gaming, another streamer here at DFW Airport. I did not see him, although I was pretty busy setting up, so if he was here, I could well have missed him. Although usually when he's here, if he's wrapping up and I'm just starting, as is sometimes the case, he'll come over and say hello. So, but I can't say for sure if he was here or not.
Line up Norway 18 left, American 2568.
So American Airlines Flight 2568 has been told to line up and wait. That one's going to San Diego. What are we seeing going out there? Don't know. Once again, we got a passel of aircraft there on the flight line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are getting ready to take off. Got another 757 headed to, I can't tell.
Clear takeoff 18 left, American 2568.
Coming in from Phoenix, I can't tell yet whether it's going to come in on this side or not.
18 left, line up for wait, 23.9. Okay, thanks a lot. We'll listen up.
Shiv Mishra says DFW Hyatt Hotel Terminal D is a place where you can get both sides on the pool deck up there. Might be hard with equipment though. Well, the problem for us is that the hotel gave us the green light to go up there and do some programming. However, the airport did not go along with that plan, and the hotel said, well, you got to get the airport to sign off on it. So that did not work out for us. Maybe someday it will. But yes, that would be a wonderful place to spot planes from. And we hope someday to get up there. And again, it's not the hotel that kept us away. It's the airport itself. And I don't know, you know, maybe they felt they were going to set a precedent or something with plane spotters, because obviously there's a lot of plane spotters who'd like to hang out up there.
Wilco 2568, over to departure.
So we're waiting on this plane, this American Flight 78.
18 left, line for wait, American 78 heading.
It's been told to line up and wait. You just heard. The next 757 coming in from Phoenix has been directed over to the east side of the airport.
Left over takeoff, American 78.
And I believe this plane is now cleared for takeoff. So we'll get to see it go out to London. Where it's, I guess, just before breakfast time. At least right now.
Departure American 29, see ya.
Last line of weight American 614. Copy.
Tower American 1744's got the numbers already.
I know something happened there, but I couldn't see that screen, so... All right, off to London goes that aircraft. Oh no. Sprinklers. Okay, they really gotta cover everything up, so hang on there.
Go ahead, heavy, get on now. RWP Park 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 614.
Line up away 18 left, American 1744.
Everybody down there is ready to go for me when you get there. We're not going to close the runway in less than 10 minutes. We're not going to get on your gas up here before then.
We're about less than 10 minutes out from that runway close.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, our left.
I tell you what, everyone, I'm gonna end this broadcast a little early because these sprinklers are gonna go for another 30 minutes, and by that time, it'll be almost time for us to go. So,
No departure, American 614.
while we still have a moment or two, let me say thank you closed.
Alright, so runway right at Yankee on ground 25.
Well, there's our goodbye music. I won't have an extended goodbye tonight because we got to pack everything up. So thank you again to everybody who was a part of this. I think we had some fun. We saw some good stuff. And we'll be back soon, probably Saturday, on Runway DFW. Thank you, everyone. And happy contrails to you until we meet again.